Welcome to Lesson 2 of Luby's Lessons. I'm Luby. I just took a freezing cold shower and I am feeling good. It was terrible because my shower gets colder and colder as I go on, but it's important. Like my dad, Coach Simeon, I'm a big fan of cold showers because of the hormesis, that dose of poison, of pain, which makes you stronger, and I recommend everyone to do it because it makes your immune system stronger. So I feel great. I'm gonna get some work done today, and then as my break, I'm gonna watch some fencing, which is the topic of this video. Um, by the way, the only reason I feel qualified to start suddenly making these Luby's Lessons videos is that I just realized that I've been fencing for 10 years. I'm 23 years old. I started fencing when I was 13, so there you go, I'm a pro now. Um, but the sad thing is that of the past 10 years, I've only been consistently watching fencing on my own for 1 year. And the past 10 years, my dad, Coach Simeon, has been telling me to watch it because it's fun, because it's good for you. And I did not listen to him because I don't like listening to him because he's always right. And it's this father-daughter complex that I have that I think there's other people in the fencing community that have that too. But the other reason that I didn't watch fencing for so long is because of my perfectionism, because I'd either feel super intimidated by the high level of the fencer I was watching, and then I'd bring my own fencing down, which isn't fun. Or if I wanted to really get into watching fencing, I'd have to analyze it perfectly. I'd have to use my fencing journal, watch the first of Luby's lessons to learn how to make one of these. Um, and so I avoided doing that because it just made me feel bad in different ways. And the other reason I avoided doing it is because I thought watching fencing was boring. I'd see like hour-long videos of a team event, and I don't know, I couldn't keep up. I'd just walk away. But that's changed recently, and I've identified three changes in mindset, changes in attitude that really helped me realize how awesome of a tool watching fencing is. So the first one is to make it about you, to get a little selfish and make watching fencing your thing, something that you get to do, not something that your coach told you to do, something that you want to do. The funny thing is the first person that I chose to follow in fencing, the first fencer, was the German women's foil fencer Carolyn Golubitsky. And the only reason I would watch her videos and cheer her on, my shower is talking to me. The only reason I would do that is because her name says Go Luby in it. And I don't know, it was fun to cheer for someone and then they cheer me back for watching them. Go Luby, way to go. So that's not totally relatable, but the fun thing is once you make it your own thing, which is kind of a selfish reason, soon you realize, oh, other people like to watch fencing, and then you can share that with them and watch with your teammates, watch with your club mates, and share especially fun videos with your coach or something. So that was the first change when I stopped doing it for my father and started doing it for me. The second reason that I really started to love fencing is because I slowly conquered my perfectionism by making a daily habit of just watching 10 minutes. 10 minutes of fencing, that's it. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to analyze a whole thing and create a new fencing move. I don't know. Just watch 10 minutes and it breaks that inertia of something you should do that you don't want to and then you never get to it. Just start it. Why not? 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all it takes. Like with anything, if you do something 10 minutes every day, there's going to be a big difference, and you will be very happy that you do it. And then once you start doing it, of course, also with most things, you get into it. And the third mindset I recommend to try to incorporate is to make watching fencing a game. And I don't know about you guys, but when I watch fencing, I recognize that there are 4 levels to this game, and it gets harder as it goes along. So level 1 is putting yourself in the audience. And so for that, you're in it just for the excitement, and because most people are watching fencing on YouTube, I recommend searching compilation videos for this level. There's a lot of really cool compilations just for your favorite weapon, for your favorite person. People do a great job with those, and there's no need to analyze. Just watch it. 10 minutes, watch some really fun fencing. Usually they have some cool, corny music, and really get to enjoy some beautiful actions. Level 2, once you want a little more analysis in it, I guess, or just more attention, is the mindset of the referee. So now you are not in the audience, you're the referee of the bout, and as you watch the video, imagine yourself having to identify every single action. So a good tool on YouTube for this is the rewind, because you're not in the live situation. You get to go back and watch some of the calls that you might disagree with the actual ref, and see what you would have done. And that's a really fun way to also improve your refereeing. And then, hey, maybe you can get more refereeing gigs, get a higher rating, and it makes everything better. Level 3 is the level of the mindset of the coach. So now, instead of being an impartial referee where you look at both sides equally, now you pick a side and pretend to be that fencer's that fencer's coach. And you identify what's going well in that bout for them, what isn't going well, and imagine yourself having to say something to that fencer in the 1 minute period. So this is where you can do your best impression of your favorite coach. And my favorite, I guess, just overall coach impression is, why you do this? Why you do this? So you can you can imagine what you would have to do as a coach to help your fencer out. And the good tool for you when you're watching on YouTube, the good tool for this is to slow down certain actions. So you can do that by there's a button in the corner, and then you can make it slower. You can make it like half the speed or quarter of the speed, and really see the detail of the blade work or the footwork, and to see where your fencer is going wrong or where your fencer is doing the right thing. And then the final level, level 4. So we have the audience, the referee, the coach, and now you are in the mindset of your favorite fencer. So as you start watching more and more videos, I think you start to pick favorite fencers, and I found that it's really fun to pretend that it's a video game, that fencer is your avatar, that you put yourself in their shoes, you put yourself in that pressure situation, in your own pressure cooker situation of your mind, and then you imagine what you would do as that fencer in that situation. So a great tool on YouTube is the pause. Just pause in the beginning of the bout, pause in the middle, at the very end, and imagine what you would do in that situation. It's especially useful for Saber with the rock, paper, scissors kind of game, where then you can imagine, okay, what's the next step in this game? What would I do? And then press play and see if your person is doing the same thing. This level really made me realize how awesome watching fencing is, because you get to put yourself in these really, really high stakes situations where all sorts of situations where there's so much pressure. There's so much pressure from your team, from your coach, from the environment, from yourself. And then because you imagine yourself to be this avatar, amazing pro fencer, you get to watch yourself react like a pro and find those beautiful moments under pressure, all while you could actually be in your bed wearing your pajamas. So it's a really cool virtual experience that if you put yourself in that mindset, you might have your best fencing moments on YouTube rather than in real life. But also, of course, if you do this, your own fencing starts to get better. You start to appreciate the intricacies of the sport more. And the fun thing about these 4 levels is you don't always have to put yourself in that emotional, physical, mental state of your favorite fencer. You can go back to level 1 of just watching your compilation videos and just looking at how cool fencing is. So I hope that was helpful. I hope if you're not in the habit of watching fencing, start getting in the habit of it, especially nowadays. It's really not boring. It's really great to conquer your perfectionism, because you don't have to bully yourself and say, oh, I'm a terrible fencer, look how great these fencers are. You can just truly appreciate the sport. And you can also fight your father-daughter complexes if you have that too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Luby's lesson. Ciao, ciao.